So, as you guys may or may not know, van life is becoming as popular as it's ever been in 2023. And there are a lot of different reasons for this, but the main reason why people enjoy van life is because of the freedom that it provides them. The freedom to live wherever they want to live without having to worry about the housing costs. For example, I've chosen to relocate from Dallas, Texas to Los Angeles, California. And in the past, a few months ago even, that would not have been possible because I wouldn't have been able to live this type of lifestyle because I didn't have the information that I needed because I didn't have a video like this. But after doing my own research, I've been able to put together a lifestyle where I'm able to live in a place like this. And if I decide tomorrow that I want to move to New York City, I can simply start driving. I don't have to pack anything up. It's all right here with me. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't understand is that you don't actually need a van to live van life, believe it or not. A lot of people don't understand that while van life is a very, very viable method of obtaining this level of freedom, car life is the best kept secret in the nomadic community. And I won't say in the nomadic community because people in the nomadic community probably know about it, but I feel like more often than not, it's not glamorized in the way that van life is, and I personally think that that's wrong. I think that people should be glamorizing car life in the same exact way that they glamorize van life because we have our own set of luxuries that van lifers don't necessarily have. The biggest one being accessibility. We are able to go pretty much wherever we want and stealth camp without ever being noticed by other people. Provided that you heed the advice that I'm giving you in this video, you will be able to live with complete and utter freedom, complete liberation. You can sleep in any neighborhood you want to. Of course, you want to keep your safety in mind, but in other words, you can go wherever you want and not have to worry about your van not fitting into a parking space in downtown or not being able to sleep through the night because the security is harassing you, knocking on your door because they assume that somebody's sleeping in the van. Especially out here on the West Coast, when you see a van, there's probably about a 50 or 60% chance that somebody's living inside of it. But when people see my Mazda CX-5, they're not going to assume that I live inside of this car, much less a Prius or really any other type of car. So how do you go about starting van life without actually having a van? It's simple. If you have a car, you follow all of the advice that I'm about to give you in this video. Now, the first thing that I would recommend that you guys do if you want to live this lifestyle is become a digital nomad. Now, I know that with me saying that, I probably tanked my audience retention. I know all types of people clicked off the video because they don't want to do the work. But what they don't understand is that when they watch people like me living this lifestyle, the reason why we're able to live with so much freedom isn't just because we don't have housing. It's because we work for ourselves, or we're not location dependent in terms of our work, our vocation. So the first thing that you need to do is become a digital nomad. Now, what are some ways that you can become a digital nomad? Obviously, there's picking up a camera and documenting your journey of starting car life, or van life if that's what you choose to do. You simply grab a camera or even just your phone and start creating content. A lot of people don't understand that YouTube is a very low barrier to entry form of work. It's very, very easy. I won't say easy, but it's very easy to become a YouTuber. It's not that easy to become a full-time YouTuber, but remember, with the lower housing costs, you don't need to make as much money. And on top of that, once your channel gets monetized, you'll have a bevy of things to write off. For example, I'm sitting in this parking lot over here in Santa Monica. I paid $7 for this. Best believe that I'm keeping that receipt, I'm keeping the parking receipt, and I'm going to write this off on my taxes. And $7 may not seem like a lot, but it adds up over time. And this is a benefit that other careers may not necessarily have access to, right? Especially in the digital nomad space. So become a content creator. Even if you decide to try any or all of the other vocations that I list in this video as far as being a digital nomad, you should still try content creation. I think everybody who's living this lifestyle should give content creation a fair shot because you never know how this may or may not change your life. And being able to, say for example, write off your gas when you go to a new city because you need to spend the money on that gas to get to that new city and it's essential for your business. A lot of people aren't thinking about things like this. So being a content creator gives you all types of benefits that a lot of other occupations don't have. Now, with that being said, content creation is not for everyone, and that's why video editing is a thing. Video editing is the secret sauce. Just like car living, it's a hidden gem. People glamorize the content creation, but they don't understand that these editors are out here making bank as well. Because when you have a content creator who's making six figures, and they hire an editor or a team of editors even, their editors are getting paid a good portion of that six figures, because without the editors, they can't post content. At least most content creators. I edit my own videos, but I have had an editor in the past, and believe me when I tell you that I know, at least for me, I was paying him a good amount of money. I was paying him a really good amount of money. And the beautiful thing about editing is that you're not reliant on the CPM rates where you live. So let's say, for example, you want to go to another country. Let's say you want to try car life in another country. If you're an editor, you're going to make the same amount of money regardless. But if you're a content creator, depending on what country you go to, your income may drop to accommodate for the lower CPMs in that country. This is something a lot of people don't think about. So there's trade-offs to each and every occupation. But if you want that stable income and you want to always have work, because obviously with the growth of content creation, there's a growing demand for editing services. If you can learn how to edit videos, and also just a little side note, no content creator that I've ever heard of requires you to have a college degree to edit their videos for them. I've never heard of that. They just require you to have the skills. So literally it's just a matter of you learning how to edit. But if you can learn how to edit, you can be a digital nomad very, very quickly. As quickly as you can learn how to edit a video, you can become a digital nomad. And you can start this car life. Now, for those of you who aren't as creatively inclined, or maybe if you're more analytical, or maybe you want an even more stable income, I'm about to give you guys the secret sauce. Make sure nobody's looking. Cybersecurity. Cybersecurity. Now look, I haven't done extensive research on cybersecurity, but I've read enough YouTube comments and done enough research to know that this is another one of those hidden gems that people don't know about. Speaking of cybersecurity, I want to take a moment to introduce Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura is an easy-to-use app that includes everything you need to stay safe online. Aura protects you from scammers and hackers by scanning the so-called dark web, where criminals sell stolen information, looking for your emails, passwords, and social security numbers. It alerts you fast if it finds anything. They help you fight back against those annoying websites that make your personal information public by automatically requesting the removal of your information, which reduces the amount of robocalls that you receive. Aura gives you near real-time alerts on suspicious credit inquiries, such as somebody trying to take out a loan or open a new credit card in your name. Their VPN allows you to stay anonymous online by keeping your personal browsing history and personal information safe and encrypted. And they protect your devices from viruses, malware, spyware, and more so that the bad guys can't break in. Aura even helps you manage what your kids can do on their devices. You can restrict specific apps, set time limits, and even set focus times to ensure that your children are doing their homework and not binging YouTube. And for those of you out there who don't have kids, this can help you stay focused on your path to becoming a digital nomad. On top of that, their password manager allows you to store and access your online passwords securely and conveniently. Maybe you already have an app that does one of these things, but with Aura, you don't have to download and pay for 7 separate apps. Let Aura do the hard work of keeping you safe online. If you sign up right now, Aura will give you a free 2-week trial with my link. You will be absolutely shocked to find just how much of your personal information Aura finds exposed during those 2 weeks. So be sure to go to aura.com/JordanGreen, or click the first link in the description, or use the QR code that you see on the screen and begin your free trial today. There's a growing demand for it because with the rise of technology in general, with more companies implementing technology into their business operations, there's a growing demand for cybersecurity. And the beautiful thing about cybersecurity is that you don't need a college degree. You can get one, yes, and that may or may not help, but all you need is a certificate. You get that certification and boom, you're making bank. I'm talking about entry level $70,000, $80,000. There's a lot of people, a bevy of people making 6 figures plus in cybersecurity. And not only that, but you can choose to be self-employed and do independent contract work, or you can choose to work for a company and get that stable income. So there's a lot of ways to become a digital nomad. Now, once you become a digital nomad, and yes, it's going to take some work, but life takes work. Okay, you're either going to work for your dreams or you're going to work for somebody else's dreams. You make the choice yourself. But once you become a digital nomad, the next step is to sell everything. Sell everything. Everything that does not fit in your vehicle, sell it. Clothes, sell them. Shoes, sell them. If you're not using something on a frequent basis, sell it. Just sell it. I had a designer belt, I had some jewelry, I had all types of clothes, a walk-in closet full of clothes. I sold all of it. And I took a major loss on all of it. But ultimately, I couldn't take it with me. So I got what I could. I extracted the value that I could. And me living this lifestyle and not paying rent has already made up for the difference between what I paid for those items and what I got back for them when I sold them. The first month, I already was back in the green. So sell everything. Your furniture, you can sell on Facebook Marketplace. That's personally what I did. If you're having trouble selling individual pieces, sell them as a set. Okay, people love bundle deals. If you're having trouble moving your stuff, or if you're short on time like I was, sell things in bulk. Sell your entire living room set. Sell your entire office set. That's what I did. And like I said, I took losses on all of it. But the first 1 or 2 months of me living this lifestyle, I was back in the green because I no longer had to pay rent. So not only does selling everything enable you to put yourself in a position where you can start keeping more of your money, because now you're not confined to where you are, but also you have spiritual freedom because the things in your life will have purpose. This is a sentiment that I've been reiterating across multiple videos in recent history on my channel, is that when you surround yourself with items that have purpose, you will naturally find your purpose over time. The reason why a lot of you guys struggle to find your purpose in life is because you're surrounded by things that have no purpose in your life. If you haven't used it in the last year, get rid of it. That was my general rule of thumb. If I didn't use it in the last year, I got rid of it. Electronics, furniture, like I said, everything that I didn't use and everything that I couldn't fit in this Mazda CX-5. Okay, you guys see, I have pretty much all of my belongings in here. I have a storage unit, but honestly, the stuff in the storage unit I could probably get rid of as well. If it doesn't fit in the car, get rid of it. Sell it. Extract whatever value you can. Take the L if you have to, because you're going to make up for it on the back end. Now, the next thing that you need to begin living this car life, this nomadic lifestyle, is a car. You need to get a car. Now, I would actually recommend that you don't get a car, but rather you get either an SUV or a minivan. Those are my two biggest recommendations. And the reason why is because when you have an SUV or a minivan, more often than not, and you're going to want to check this out before you get the car, but more often than not, you can put the back seats down. And this is what enables you to get some good sleep. You see, some people, they have the car and all they do is they recline their seat back, and not only does that make it harder to get some good sleep, but it also makes it much more difficult to stealth camp because you're visible. When you have the ability to put your back seats down and put a bed in the back of the car, that enables you to go completely incognito, completely invisible, and that's where the stealth camping aspect comes into play. Because you're able to go in the back of the car, oftentimes without even getting out of the car. I personally can just hop right in the back and lay down, take a nap, whatever I need to do, and nobody will know. Nobody will know that I'm back there. I can put my window covers up and just hang out back there if I want to. Lounge around, eat, do whatever I want to do. Get a minivan or an SUV. Like I said earlier, I use a Mazda CX-5, but for some of you, maybe you'll want more space. So maybe you go for something like a Toyota Sienna or a Honda Odyssey or any other type of minivan, which will have even more space than this car. Now, with that, you'll be trading off some of the performance aspects, which personally, I enjoy the performance aspects of my Mazda CX-5, but for some of you, that's not a priority. Some of you might prioritize gas mileage even more, or maybe you prioritize the ability to control the climate at night, because maybe you'll be in extreme climates. In that case, I would recommend that you get a Toyota Prius, especially with the new Prius coming out, which by the way looks absolutely amazing, but with the new Prius coming out, you can expect the used Priuses to go down in value, and probably substantially at that. So you can cash in on an older Prius, and these Priuses are completely indestructible. They're known to go hundreds of thousands of miles with nothing but basic routine maintenance, and it's a great option for car camping because just like with the SUV and the minivan, you can put the back seats down and you can lay in the back. And like I said earlier, you have climate control without having to have the car on, which right now, as I sit in this hot parking lot, I really wish I had. So do some research, figure out the best car that you can get, which in my opinion is the most space and the newest car for the least money. And the most reliable as well. Do your research on reliability. You typically want to stick with the Japanese brands, your Mazda, your Toyota, Honda, etc. Get you a car, or like I said, an SUV, minivan. Just get something that's inconspicuous. I would also recommend that you get a dark colored car if you can. So my car is dark blue. At night it looks black. But if I didn't have a dark blue car, I'd probably go for gray or black or just any color that makes it very difficult to see at night. Now, the next thing that you need in order to live this car life is a Planet Fitness membership. I cannot stress this enough. Planet Fitness has gotten me out of some very, 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 very tough situations. For example, I ran out of hotspot data and I didn't know where to go to upload my videos. Starbucks, the Wi-Fi was slow. I couldn't upload my videos. It was taking 2-3 hours. The library, I haven't tried that yet, but it's a little inconvenient. Planet Fitness saved my life and my career. Paying $27 a month for that black card membership has been an absolute saving grace for me. It's gotten me out of some very sticky situations, and not only that, but it gives you the ability to shower, to use their bathrooms, to fill up your water. Okay, you guys need to be drinking water. It's 2023. We're out here drinking water, staying hydrated. You can fill up your water, use the toilet, change your clothes. You can do whatever you need to do in there. And on top of that, you can work out and stay fit. And believe me when I tell you that I've been on my grind as far as fitness goes, because I'm in the gym every single day. Since I'm already there, I might as well work out, right? So get that Planet Fitness membership. The black card, $27.11 per month, I believe. Now, here's the thing that you guys need to understand about that. In a recent video, I said that they often don't enforce the 10 times per month limit at Planet Fitnesses, and literally 2 days later, they told me at my favorite location at that, this hurt my heart, man. They told me that I had reached the limit. So basically, when you're not at your home gym, your designated home gym, you can only go there 10 times per month, or rather 10 days per month. It's not 10 scans per month, it's 10 24-hour periods per month. So if you have a good rotation of 3 or 4 Planet Fitnesses, which if you have the black card, you can go to any one of them. If you have a good rotation of 3 to 4 Planet Fitnesses, this will alleviate this issue. And in my experience, none of the other locations have enforced this rule. So even if all of them enforce it, you can at the very least have multiple places to go and shower and change your clothes, take care of your hygiene, all of that. Get that Planet Fitness membership. Now, the last thing that you guys need to do if you want to live this nomadic lifestyle, this car life, this van life, is get the essentials. Now, this video is already pretty long, so I'm probably going to dedicate a whole separate video to showing you guys all of the essential items that you'll need. So definitely stay tuned for that video. But in the meantime, just budget some money. I would say maybe $500, give or take. Budget about $500, which when you sell all of your stuff, you'd be surprised at how much money you'll end up getting, even if you sell it at a loss. That money right there should cover the essential items. And a lot of these essential items are one-off purchases, or they're very cheap recurring purchases, but they're things that are, in my opinion and in my experience, essential. So stay tuned for that video.